She betrayed you. You gave her trust, loyalty, your focus, your heart. And still, she chose to lie. She chose to cheat. She chose to do what she knew would break you. Now you sit there wondering, why? Wasn't I good enough? What did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? And you know what hurts the most? She doesn't even care that you're in pieces. She's out laughing, posting, smiling, like you never mattered. She's pretending you never existed while you're fighting demons just to make it through another night. Now listen carefully, because this moment defines you. If you don't learn how to handle betrayal with strength, it'll consume you. If you want to be respected, remembered, and rebuilt, this video will transform everything. So right now, comment, "I choose power," if you're done being broken and you're ready to take back control of your life. Number 1, cut all contact. Completely. You keep her in your phone, in your mind, in your conversations with friends, like she's some kind of lesson you're still learning. But what you're really doing is allowing her betrayal to live rent-free in your life. And as long as she occupies space in your thoughts, she controls your decisions, your emotions, your identity. And until you understand this fully, you will never be free, because cutting contact isn't about hurting her or making her wonder where you went. It's about freeing yourself from the cycle of reattachment that only exists to remind you of the version of you who tolerated disrespect and stayed even when her actions screamed, "Go." And you need to stop talking like she was confused, like she made a mistake, like she didn't know what she was doing, because she knew exactly what she was risking when she broke your trust. She calculated it, weighed it, decided it was worth it, and still did it anyway. So every time you reply, stalk, check up, reminisce, or allow access, what you're really doing is betraying yourself, because you're saying her feelings are more important than your peace, your progress, your new future. And there's nothing noble about keeping someone close who already chose to throw you away. You don't keep cancer in your body hoping it heals itself. You cut it out before it kills everything else around it. And that's exactly what this is. Emotional cancer disguised as connection. And if you don't cut it out completely, it will spread. It will infect your ability to love someone who actually respects you later. It will cloud your judgment every time you meet someone new. It will keep you stuck in patterns that benefit her ego and destroy your growth. And the worst part is, you'll think you're being mature by responding kindly, staying friendly, offering closure. But really, you're just letting her use the back door into your heart every time she's bored, lonely, or in need of attention she's not getting from someone else. And you'll keep telling yourself it's harmless, when really it's emotional erosion. Every text, every call, every memory you let linger is one more day you delay your next chapter. And if you're still making excuses like, "It's complicated," or "She didn't mean to hurt me," you're not ready for healing, because healing starts when you remove the source of the infection, not when you analyze it, hoping it changes shape. And maybe you think if you stay close, she'll realize what she lost. Maybe you think if you're still available, she'll regret it. But regret isn't your goal. Freedom is, power is, clarity is. And none of those come from being emotionally available to someone who destroyed your trust. Because the longer you leave the door open, the more she peeks in just to see if you're still there. And the second she sees a reaction, she knows her place in your heart hasn't changed, even if you say you've moved on. And that's why she doesn't fully let go, because she knows you haven't either. And this is the trap men fall into. Being loyal to someone who already burned the bridge, trying to prove they're good enough for someone who disrespected them, when the real move is silence, not because it's petty, not because it's some emotional trick, but because when someone breaks the contract of trust, they no longer deserve to know anything about your life. No updates, no access, no second chances. And if she tries to come back, she needs to find a completely different man. A man who values his peace more than nostalgia. his future more than old feelings, and his purpose more than trying to fix what she intentionally broke. Because cutting contact isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's saying, I respect myself too much to keep answering the same pain. It's becoming unavailable to people who treat you like an option. It's recognizing that the same way you block spam calls, you block spam people. People who show up to waste time, interrupt peace, and bring nothing of value but old patterns you've already outgrown. And if that sounds harsh, good, because healing isn't soft, it's not pretty. It's not about good vibes and slow playlists. It's about looking yourself in the eye and saying, I will no longer be a participant in my own destruction. And the first step is removing every door she can walk through. Because if you don't, she will walk in and walk out as she pleases. And each time she does, she takes another piece of the man you're trying to become. So change your number if you have to. Delete the chats, burn the letters, block her socials. And if you're scared to do it, ask yourself why you're still loyal to a memory that came with betrayal. Because when you really see what she did, not just what you wanted it to be, cutting contact won't feel like punishment. It'll feel like release, and eventually you won't miss her. Not because she was never important, but because you realize anyone who could betray your trust was never worthy of it in the first place. And that version of you that still hopes she'll come back, still wonders if she thinks about you, still checks to see if she's moved on, that version of you is the one she could manipulate, the one who gave his power away. And you're not that man anymore. Or at least you won't be if you take the first step. And the first step is cutting all contact, not halfway, not I'll just see what she's doing, not we can still be friends, but all, completely, without explanation or guilt. Because the man who honors himself has no time for people who chose to dishonor him. And if that's the man you're ready to become, the Stoic relationship blueprint was written for you, with timeless, grounded principles that reshape how you think, move, and respond in relationships, filled with the clarity and power you were never taught but always needed. It's now available in audiobook form, so you don't need to wait. You can start transforming while walking, running, or just sitting alone, reclaiming your mind. This isn't just a book. This is a tool, a mindset shift, a foundation you can return to any time life shakes you. Once it's yours for life. Access it forever. Rewire your patterns. Build a life betrayal can't reach. The link's in the comments. Number 2. Don't react. She pulls away, goes silent, talks to others, posts like she never knew you, and the first thing you feel is the itch to respond, to act, to prove you still matter. But reacting is how you keep yourself stuck in a cycle of disrespect. Because every time you show emotion over someone who discarded you, you confirm that your peace is dependent on how she behaves. And the truth is, she wants that reaction not because she values you, but because she values the control your emotions give her. And most people won't tell you this. But the moment she senses that her actions still control your state of mind, she knows she can do anything she wants and still be significant in your life. And the more emotional you get, the less she respects you. Not because you're wrong to feel, but because you're showing her that her betrayal still defines your emotional world. And when you text back in a rush, when you chase for closure, when you raise your voice or plead for answers, you shift the power back to her, letting her know that despite what she did, she still owns your reactions. And the hard truth is this: you lose value in her eyes the moment she sees that her choices moved you more than your principles did. Because real power is calm, it's control, it's the ability to observe disrespect without losing yourself. And when you react, you make her the center of your emotional gravity. And it's easy to tell yourself you're just standing up for yourself, that you're defending your heart, that you just want answers. But reacting doesn't heal you. It chains you to her game, and her game is built on emotion, on chaos, on dragging you into a back and forth that only ends with you looking weak and her feeling validated, and it starts small. She ignores your text, you double text. She delays her replies, you start overthinking. She gets distant, you chase harder, not realizing that every time you do, you train her to treat you worse, because you show her you'll keep showing up no matter how she disrespects you, and instead of questioning her behavior, she questions your dignity, because people don't respect those who betray their own boundaries to keep a connection alive. And when you chase her energy, what you're really doing is telling her that you'll settle for breadcrumbs as long as she doesn't walk away. And this is where the spiral begins, where you become addicted to emotional responses, always waiting for her next move so you can react, like a puppet with strings attached to someone who already cut the rope. And what most men don't realize is that when you refuse to react, when you choose stillness, she has nothing to feed off, because she thrives on your response, your attention, your pain. And the moment you stop supplying that, she loses access to the control she had. And this isn't about being passive, it's about being immovable, because there's a difference between ignoring and observing. And when you're grounded, when you respond with nothing, when you let her words pass through your awareness without owning them, you become untouchable. And that's where your power begins, not in loud outbursts, not in dramatic texts or late-night calls, but in your refusal to let someone who betrayed you dictate your next move. And when you stop reacting, you stop feeding her importance. You stop making her the reason your day went bad or your emotions got hijacked, and you start seeing clearly, not through pain, but through clarity, through purpose, through detachment. Because you no longer play the role of the emotional responder. You become the man who remains the same whether she stays or leaves, and that energy is terrifying to someone who thrives on manipulation, because now she can't predict you, can't provoke you, can't reach you, and that silence, that emotional stillness, it speaks louder than any angry message, it hits deeper than any call-out, because it shows her that her chapter in your life is closed, not because she said so, but because you did. And here's the deeper truth. She may come back, not because she misses you, but because she misses the power she had over your emotions. And when she does, she'll test you with something casual, soft, seemingly innocent. And the moment you reply with eagerness, she knows nothing's changed. But when you don't react, when you treat her like the past she chose to be, she sees the man you've become. A man who's no longer interested in entertaining people who couldn't handle his loyalty. And if you really want to grow, stop needing her to understand your pain. Stop waiting for her to validate your side of the story. Stop explaining your worth to someone who already decided you weren't valuable enough to stay loyal to, because your peace isn't up for negotiation. Your emotions aren't public property, and your growth doesn't need her permission. And the most dangerous man is the one who doesn't flinch, doesn't chase, doesn't explain. He just detaches, rebuilds, and becomes so steady within himself that even betrayal can't shake him. And if that's who you want to become, then let her disrespect be the end of the conversation, not the start of a series of reactions, because the more you react, the longer you stay stuck. But the moment you don't, the moment you pause and say, I don't owe this pain another second, you rise, you level up, and you begin to create a life where her absence is irrelevant, not because you don't feel, but because you feel deeper than most. Deep enough to know that your energy is sacred, and not everyone who gets close deserves access to it again, especially not the ones who proved they never valued it in the first place. So stay grounded, stay disciplined, and remember this: your reaction is her reward, and the man who can master his response owns the outcome of every relationship, not by force, but by clarity. And clarity only comes when emotion no longer clouds your vision. Number 3, use the pain to power your goals. Pain is not the end, it is the beginning. And the worst mistake you can make right now is treating your heartbreak like a sentence instead of a signal, Because pain by itself doesn't grow you. What grows you is what you do with that pain, how you shape it, how you convert it into action that compounds into transformation. Because right now, you wake up heavy. You feel it in your chest, in your hands, in your silence. You check your phone out of habit, out of weakness, hoping for a message that won't come. And even if it does, it won't heal you. It'll just reopen the same wound you keep scratching. And instead of asking why she did it, you need to ask why you gave so much of yourself to someone who proved so little, because that pain you're sitting in, that ache you feel when you see her move on like you meant nothing, that's your fuel, not your grave. And if you don't use it to build something, to become something, to wake yourself up, then all you're doing is suffering in vain while she goes on living her life unaffected, unbothered, unscarred. And that's the hardest part. Knowing she isn't hurting the way you are. But that's not weakness. That's proof you felt deeper. And feeling deeper is only a curse if you don't use it. Because what you need right now is structure, not sympathy, purpose, not pity. And the first step is simple. Write your goals down. Not dreams, not vague hopes, but specific, measurable, painful goals. Ones that scare you, ones that stretch you, ones that make the man she left look like a joke compared to who you're becoming. And stop telling yourself you'll start next week, next month, when it hurts less. Because waiting is weakness disguised as healing. And the only way out of this hole is to build the ladder yourself, and every rung is built with work. Get up earlier than you want to. Go to the gym when your body says stay in bed. Read instead of scrolling. Eat to build, not to cope. Work longer, think deeper, remove distractions, cut comfort, because nothing changes until your pain gets a job. And right now your pain is unemployed, just sitting there, making you overthink, making you self-destruct, making you replay old memories with someone who doesn't deserve to occupy another second of your focus. And you keep saying you want peace. But peace isn't found. It's earned. It's built by discipline, by breaking the cycle of mental and physical laziness that keeps you shackled to the version of yourself that needed her approval to feel whole. And if you're waiting for motivation to strike, you'll die waiting, because motivation is a byproduct of momentum. And momentum only comes from movement, not emotion, not sadness, not inspiration, just movement. Consistent, unbroken, intentional movement towards something bigger than her memory. Because you know what's better than revenge, better than closure, better than getting her back. Building a life so solid, so purpose-driven, so locked in, that even if she came back, even if she begged, you wouldn't look twice, not out of hatred, but out of evolution. Because you've outgrown the version of yourself who was emotionally accessible to someone who betrayed your loyalty. And now you walk different, not because you're faking it, but because you're building it. And that takes time. But it starts today, with one habit, one shift, one commitment to yourself that says, I'm done wasting pain on pity, because pain has power, but only when you give it purpose. And if you don't, it will rot you from the inside. It will keep you angry, addicted to old conversations, stuck in what-ifs, looking for her in strangers, breaking yourself to understand someone who never deserved your depth. But if you use it right, if you wake up and put that pain to work, your life becomes the proof that the betrayal didn't break you. It revealed you. And that's the shift, when you stop asking how to get over it and start asking how to use it. How to squeeze every drop of progress out of what you thought would destroy you, because you have two options. Let the pain define your story, or let it drive your transformation. And that starts with movement, with focus, with discipline that doesn't care how you feel today, because it's loyal to the man you're building for tomorrow. So create a routine and stick to it like your life depends on it, because it does. And don't just show up, execute. Don't just plan, perform. Don't just dream. Dominate your space, your time, your body, your money. And stop blaming her. Stop blaming your past. Stop blaming betrayal, because if you let the betrayal break you, she wins twice. But if you let it mold you into the most focused, relentless, disciplined version of yourself, she fades, her power disappears, her name loses weight, and your life becomes the message. Not loud, not angry, just undeniable, because the best payback is not hurting her, it's healing you so hard she no longer exists in the future you're building. And if that sounds impossible, good, because growth should scare you. That's how you know you're doing it right, and all it takes is a decision, not a feeling, not a spark, just a choice to show up every day and use this pain like oxygen. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary, because no one is coming to save you, because the world doesn't care who broke your heart. It only cares what you do about it, and that's why most stay broken. They wait for apology, for closure, for justice, and they never move. But not you, not anymore, because now you know the truth. The pain she gave you is a tool, and you can either sharpen your life with it or keep stabbing yourself every night with the memory of someone who chose someone else. But today is the day you stop bleeding for someone who isn't even watching, and you start building like she never existed, because one day you'll look in the mirror and not see the broken man she left, but the powerful one who rose, who built, who used it all and never looked back. Number 4. Never take her back. Ever. She left, she lied, she disrespected you, she crossed the line that once defined love and loyalty, and now you're sitting there wondering if maybe she didn't mean it, if maybe she's changed, if maybe things could go back to how they were. But the harsh truth is this: the moment someone chooses to betray you, they've shown you what you mean to them in the moment when it mattered most, and there is no version of reality where taking her back after that is strength. Because real strength isn't found in the ability to forgive someone who spit on your loyalty. It's found in the ability to walk away without ever needing to explain why. It's found in the decision to never allow the same disrespect to enter your life twice, because if she betrayed you once, she already calculated that you were worth the risk of losing. And you think taking her back proves your love, but all it proves is that your self-respect is negotiable, that your standards bend for history, that your boundaries fold for temporary comfort. And she sees that, she feels that, and deep down, even if she apologizes, even if she cries, even if she says she misses you, she knows that you coming back proves she was right to treat you like a backup plan. And don't fool yourself into thinking that second chances rewrite the past, because they don't. All they do is lower the value of your future, and every time you allow someone who broke you to re-enter your space, you teach them how to break you more efficiently next time, because now they know the threshold, they know what you'll tolerate, they know that tears and words and a few sweet memories are enough to make you fold. And that's not growth, that's regression, that's self-sabotage dressed in forgiveness. And the reality is, no matter how good the apology sounds, no matter how lonely the nights get, no matter how many what-ifs play in your head, the woman who betrayed you already made her choice. And if she's back now, it's not because she woke up and saw the light. It's because something she tried didn't work. It's because her ego took a hit. It's because she wants the emotional security you once gave without offering the loyalty you deserve. And you have to be honest with yourself right now. Do you want her back? Or do you want to feel like you mattered to someone who proved you didn't? And if it's the second one, you don't need her. You need healing. You need clarity. And you need to face the pain of letting go head on, instead of numbing it with recycled intimacy and false connection. Because taking her back won't give you peace. It'll give you anxiety. It'll give you doubt. It'll give you flashbacks every time she picks up her phone or goes quiet or says she's busy, because betrayal doesn't disappear. It lingers in your chest. It whispers in your ear. It robs you of rest and rewrites every act of kindness as a possible lie. And that's no way to live. And if you think she won't do it again, think again. because the moment you allowed betrayal to be followed by forgiveness without consequences, she learned that love in your world means unconditional access. And the harsh truth is, she won't fear losing you next time because she already saw you come back once. And the next time she disrespects you, and yes, there will be a next time, it'll be with even less guilt, even less hesitation, and you'll be left not just betrayed again, but ashamed. Not just heartbroken, but humiliated, because deep down you knew better and chose to ignore it. And that's the pain that doesn't fade. The pain of knowing you chose someone who proved they'd choose anyone but you when it mattered, and you opened the door again anyway. So ask yourself now, not when she texts, not when she posts a memory, not when she shows up crying. Ask yourself now, in your clarity, in your pain, in your rebuilding, what kind of man you want to be. One who learns from pain, or one who keeps repeating it, hoping for different results. Because your future depends on this answer. And if you want to build something real, with yourself, with someone new, with your purpose, you have to be the kind of man who closes doors that lead to destruction, even when it hurts, even when it's hard, even when your heart screams at you to go back. Because love is not a justification for self-destruction, and history is not a reason to betray your growth. And if you really want to honor the loyalty you gave her, you do it by never letting her have the chance to misuse it again. And this is what most never do. They confuse strength with tolerance. They confuse compassion with self-abandonment. They confuse forgiveness with reconciliation, and they end up trapped in a loop, begging for respect from someone who already showed they don't value it. And that's how you waste years, waste potential, waste every lesson the pain tried to teach you, because instead of building from it, you crawled back into the arms that broke you and called it healing. So don't be that man. Be the one who walked away and never looked back, not because he didn't care, but because he finally cared about himself more, because he finally realized that peace isn't found in getting someone back, it's found in never giving them access again. And when you become that man, you no longer need to block her, hide from her, prove anything to her, because by then, her name means nothing, her actions hold no weight, and her return is just another reminder of how far you've come. And when she comes back and finds that version of you, the one who doesn't flinch, doesn't fold, doesn't answer, she'll realize she didn't just lose a man, she lost the man. And that's when you know you did it right, because healing isn't just moving on, it's never letting pain move back in. Number 5, build the life she'll never be part of. The most painful part of being betrayed is not what they did, it's the realization that you gave someone access to parts of your life they were never qualified to enter. And when that betrayal hits, it knocks the wind out of you, not just because of the loss, but because of what it represents. Wasted loyalty, misplaced trust, time you can't get back. And for most people, that pain becomes their identity. They carry it around like a badge. They talk about it, dwell in it, relive it, make decisions through the lens of what was taken from them. But if you keep living in the pain, you stay stuck in the chapter they wrote. And what you don't realize is that the more you obsess over what she did, the more you slow down the life you were born to build. Because while she moves on, while she posts like nothing happened, while she laughs with someone new, you sit in silence, still replaying the betrayal, still trying to make sense of it. When the truth is, you're not supposed to make sense of betrayal. You're supposed to rebuild so powerfully that you no longer need answers, because building is the only response that matters. Not talking, not hoping, not waiting. Building, with clarity, with direction, with cold consistency. And the mistake most make is thinking they have to move on first before they start building. But that's backward, because you don't build after healing. You heal through building. And that starts the moment you stop asking why she did it and start asking why you gave someone that much access without seeing the signs, because the signs were there. The distance, the disrespect, the disinterest. And you ignored them. Not because you're stupid, but because you were invested, because you were hopeful, and now you've paid the price. So what do you do now? Do you sit in regret? Or do you make her absence irrelevant by creating a life so disciplined, so intentional, so locked into purpose, that even the memory of her feels like it happened to a different version of you, because that's what growth really is. It's when the betrayal no longer stings, not because it didn't matter, but because you outgrew the level of life where she existed. And that doesn't happen by accident. It happens by systems, by execution, by getting serious about who you are when no one's watching. Because the truth is, most men only start building after pain, after betrayal, after losing someone, and they think it's revenge, but it's not. It's revelation, it's clarity, it's realizing that the love you were giving her was supposed to be poured into your purpose all along. And now that you've been emptied, now that she's gone, you finally have space to fill yourself up with what actually matters. Your mission, your health, your discipline, your craft, your vision. And the reason you haven't healed yet is because you're still waiting for closure, still checking on her, still making her the emotional center of a life she abandoned. But the second you stop doing that, the second you reclaim your focus, everything changes, not slowly, not one day, instantly, because focus is power. And when you shift that power inward, you stop bleeding over betrayal and start building a future where no one can ever break you like that again. And that starts with decisions. Cut the distractions, clean up your space, write your goals, break them down, pick a system and follow it with ruthless consistency. Wake up earlier, read more, train harder, spend less time talking and more time building, and most of all, stop thinking she's watching, because she's not. And even if she is, it doesn't matter, because you don't build to prove her wrong. You build because you finally realize that your life is yours, that your energy is sacred, that your mind is your greatest weapon, and wasting it on someone who couldn't even be honest with you is the greatest betrayal of all, not hers, but yours. So stop betraying yourself by staying stuck and start rising by locking into your purpose with zero distractions, because the truth is, she didn't break you. She revealed you. And now it's your choice who you become, and if you do it right, if you stay focused, if you stay hungry, if you stay rooted in discipline, you will reach a level where her name doesn't come up in your thoughts, where her memory doesn't touch your emotions, where even if she calls, texts, cries, begs, you don't answer, not out of anger, not out of spite, but because the man she once knew no longer exists. And the one you've become doesn't entertain ghosts. He's too busy building, too locked in, too deep into a life of direction and clarity and power to ever be touched by betrayal again. And the beauty of that life is not just that she's no longer in it, but that it's built so solid, so intentionally, that even if she saw it, even if she wanted back in, she wouldn't recognize the entrance, because she no longer speaks the language of your new life. And you, finally, don't need her to. If you've made it this far, you already know. This world is not built to make you strong. It's built to keep you emotionally weak, chasing validation, ignoring your own worth, begging for love from people who've already shown you they don't deserve it. They don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to know your value. That's why the Stoic relationship blueprint is dangerous, because once you understand the truth it holds, once you apply its timeless principles, you become untouchable. You stop chasing, you start building, and now it's available in audiobook form. You can listen while walking, training, working, reclaiming your mind in silence. Once it's yours forever. Linked in the comments. Comment, "I reclaim my power," if you're ready to grab it. Like the video. Subscribe to help more men find these truths before they waste years chasing what was never real.